a naturopath, a herbalist, and of course, a health enthusiast. I am the founder of BioNaturals Nigeria Limited for now. And I got into wellness. Okay, so let me just give a brief history of myself, how I got into the line of this business. So for my undergraduate, I studied biochemistry. I finished biochemistry like 2005, and of course, like all of us do, we just get into business, get into other things. I didn't really practice biochemistry. I was doing business. I was doing international trade, going to Turkey, bringing things, introducing companies to Nigeria, blah, blah, blah. I had a family, everybody, everything seemed fine. As in my parents, I didn't believe that people would get sick and die. So suddenly in 2014, my dad just got sick from, it just started like running to that he stopped. And then, okay, and then all of a sudden, we had to take him to the hospital. Before I knew, like within a month, my father just died like that. And that was the first time in my life. I never really imagined that people close to me. I mean, somebody dies. How we just live our life and not even expect that anything is wrong, And so, but along the line, when we took it, because, first of all, I saw the decaying medical system we had in Nigeria. And then secondly, because we were taking it from one hospital to the other, the first hospital, even first of all, crashes blood pressure. The next one, So at some point, one of the doctors mentioned to us that my dad was using a particular painkiller that actually damaged his kidney, because at some point they also came up with kidney issues. We had to do one dialysis, even though so that doctor mentioned that because he was using and I was there. Then my mom told me that, yeah, my dad was told not to continue using that medicine, but he said that he can't stop, because if he stopped, he was using it for arthritis pain. So he said if he stopped it, the pain will continue. So he just continued using the medicine, and then that was what happened. So for me, that my dad really had a bag of medicine that he used to carry around, but we didn't understand anything. I didn't know anything, but we just used to mock him. How can somebody be carrying all of this? I didn't really know anything then. So, but when he died, and that doctor said, the only thing that stuck in my head was, how could medicine kill? Because I never ever imagined or heard before that medicine will kill or cause any damage. As at that time, I've never heard that medicine will cause any damage. So, of course, with my biochemistry background, I don't even know how I started searching. Because really, if you ask me, I just think that was just like life pushing me in a direction that I needed to be, So I started searching, and then I found out that, really, there was a lot of issues with medicine. And then there was a whole different natural world, natural alternatives. And that was how the journey started. So one of the first things I discovered then was essential oils. As at that time, in fact, that was when all these, I don't know if it was when this natural shot from there, my hair that was permed. I stopped using chemicals. Let me just put it, since 2014. I took my hair went back to, I made my hair natural. I started using oils strictly on my skin, shea butter, coconut oil, all these natural oil, argan oil, avocado. All that time we're hearing a lot of oils, and of course essential oils. So before then, I used to go to Turkey, import clothes, do business there. So my next trip was in 2015. As I got there, I told my partners, I said, "Wow, guys, I'm not doing clothes or doing any other business." I had already, as at that time, my research had given me a list of things to import to bring about, natural health alternatives to bring. And at the top of those lists was essential oils. So, and really, they looked at it and they came back to me and said, wow, this is really something that is futuristic and it's a good business. I was surprised because these guys are actually scientists, and so I didn't even expect that they would buy. But it's now I'm thinking about it too. But then they just jumped into it and then asked, do you want to do it alone or do you want us to be partners in this? And I said, partners, no, the more the merrier. And that was how we started. And we founded MC Herbal then. That was 2015. And we're bringing in essential oils, of course, some herbs, some carrier oils, different oils. Name it, everything natural alternative. And we're on Conga. We're all over, supplying everyone, people in different states in Nigeria. And of course, I was using these essential oils. So my mom was at that time, because in life, you will find out that whatever affected your parent, your mom or your dad, one person, the other person will have something similar, because the lifestyle, the diet is the same. So at that time, too, my mom was already having arthritis signs, and of course, had a lot of health issues. But the knowledge I now had now, my mom would not even use medication. And we were able to use essential oils to help her manage her pain. My own son, even then, as at that time, every month, that boy would just, because he had some complication at some point, so it would, and doctors wanted to kill him for me. They were always, in a month, they would give him like, because he would always fall ill at least twice in a month. So he was always on antibiotics. When he was about maybe 4 or 3, said he already had a decaying tooth. You can imagine a child already having it. And it was because of the antibiotics, So as at the time we started using essential oils. Before you know it, we stopped going to the hospitals. Before you know it, everybody in my house, my mom, everybody was healthy again. In fact, I don't know why I keep forgetting. I wanted to show you a picture of my mom then and now, but I didn't get to prepare that. So maybe some other time I can share that, So this thing just transformed. And then I was all over. Of course, we're selling and doing well. Then I was doing business generally. Of course, I was also studying. Along that 2017, I took a course on essential oils specifically, and it's to become an essential oil coach in 2017. But of course, I took it to learn to do business more, not because I wanted to teach, but just to know more, just like everyone here did. And I continued, and anyway, that's a short. We'll tell more stories later, but let's go into the business of the day. So today I'm going to show you how essential oils can transform health and open up a powerful business opportunity in a world where chemicals are failing us now. So as of 2014, when my dad had this thing, I was I'd never heard of it before, but I can bet that out of how many of us on this watch, at least 70% of us on this world would have heard that some of these chemicals are harmful to us one way or the other. But those days, we didn't know anything. But now there's more information, of course. So, but for those who, even now, let me just even state some of the issues, the crises that we have in the world, because presently I do a lot of consultation as a naturopath. I have clients, and I find out that most of the conditions, you will see serious conditions, are self-inflicted. Most of them are things that could have been prevented, and most of them came from chemicals or foreign things that we're putting into our body. So now let's look at the average Nigerian now is exposed. Now I'm trying to use some statistics. Is exposed to 10, 200, 300 synthetic chemicals daily. Daily. You can imagine. You get them from your cosmetic that you're using to rub your body. You get them from your soap, your air freshener, your insecticide, your detergent, your food packaging, even the food that is even supposed to be natural. Everything is chemicalized. And then let me still continue with these statistics. Over 65% of Nigerian women report hormonal-related symptoms such as irregular cycles, unexplained weight gain. Yes, all this is our hormonal issues. Most times people don't know. Fatigue, infertility challenges, and mood disorder. All these things, you'll be surprised that they are tied to hormonal imbalance issues. And then you have other non-communicable diseases like hypertension, diabetes, hormonal cancer like ovarian cancer, and all those things. They now account for 30% of the adults' deaths in Nigeria. You can imagine. So we also have indoor air pollution from spray, coils, cleaners, 2 to 5 times, even more toxic than the air outside that we say, okay, the industries are polluting the air. So the ones inside, especially in houses that are not properly ventilated, especially these days that you see how they build houses, small, tiny things, windows, small. So there's a lot of alarming reasons to be more health conscious. And these things are speaking in our body one way or the other, and people do not know about. People are not aware until you start having severe issues. Then you start questioning. In fact, most times you don't question. People don't question. They even go to the hospital. They keep treating the symptoms that are causing more complications to your body because you're not dealing with the real problem. So And then what is driving these things? What are causing this? A lot of these chemicals are called endocrine disrupting chemicals, EDC. They are found in fragrance, in plastic, in pesticide. They interfere with hormones. So what causes, when you are exposed to these things for long, then hormonal imbalance will come up. You have the fertility challenge, metabolic disorder. So funny enough, all these diabetes, all these PCOS, even high blood pressure, some of these things are tied to hormonal issues, and then of course the increased risk of cancer. I mean, I'm not saying all of these things to scare you, but it's just for awareness, because it's real, it's happening right now. People are a lot of things, and these are things that can be prevented. So my own aim and my own duty when I went into this natural thing was first to make sure that my mom did not, I didn't get the rude shock I got with my dad that my mom suddenly anything will happen to her. So I didn't want that. And that was, so I wanted to prevent her from going through the same thing my dad went through. And then continue preventing the whole world, myself and my family, and as much as, and this is why the business grew. Because it wasn't just about business, it was about helping people. Especially the more knowledge I got, the more I was always willing to share. And then I got to this point where I decided to even now start doing this training. Why? Because I now have so much. I mean, for those who are in some of my groups, they know that I don't even have time anymore to answer some certain people. Even these are customers, people that want to pay me, but I can't keep up most times with all of this. So, and I know that it's time to actually spread it, because the issues are rising. We need more laborers in the markets. Let me just put it like that. More health, people that are going to be helping people in their health, especially, first of all, helping people prevent. I always say prevention is better than cure. And one of the easiest things to use is this essential oil. So, but before we get there, let me keep. So our bodies really are not designed to process the chemical loads that we expose it to daily. And because of this, we have chronic inflammation, hormone confusion, and immune overload. Now, I tell people that normally, most times, anybody that has known me for some time, I tell them that, you see, your body is made from dust, and then, so the elements, the things that are in your body are almost the same thing from the dust. So if you put something that is from the dust in your body, the body just recognizes it. It doesn't feel like it's a foreign body. It just blends. It knows what to do with it. It knows where to place it. But now when you say chemicals that are synthetic, that they, sometimes some of them even come from natural products, but they've been denatured, so your body just sees it as an enemy, as a foreign body, and that needs to be attacked. And that's what brings that inflammation. So inflammation ordinarily is a process that's supposed to be a natural process of the body that's supposed to help your body protect yourself from foreign foreign bodies. So inflammation is that your body trying to attack that thing. Now, when it becomes bad is when it's now chronic every day, because of based on the fact that you're now continually exposing yourself to these things. Then your body is continually in that state of inflammation, which is now what you call, after some time, becomes chronic inflammation. And chronic inflammation is at the root of diabetes, high blood pressure, arthritis. Most of all of these diseases, there's inflammation going on. And when you even start hearing T's, that's inflammation, in scientific terms. So how do we prevent, what do we do to prevent all of these kind of situations? Because like I always say, the earlier you prevent it, the better. And if you already find yourself in some of these, in some of these conditions, by now reverting, because the body is actually created to heal itself. So find ways to reduce your chemicals and revert back to the natural state that your body recognizes, and of course, by the grace of God. So, like I said, let me just go on with my slide. So we're now aware now. So a lot of people, like I said, in those days, like I was ignorant. But now I know that, of course, we still have people who are ignorant, but right now, a lot of people are now looking for, just like I transited from chemicals based on the fact that I did research and I found out we now have so many people. I'm here in Nigeria, and one of my previous students in this essential oil trade makes soap, natural soap. And I was able to in fact, she's sending our soaps to the UK. You can imagine. So even people there are looking for natural because a lot of people now know. I have friends that will go on vacation in the US. They carry everything that they need natural from here, because they're even scared to get into in the store. Everything you just see is not natural. And that's why you're not having a whole lot. So now there's a demand, especially after COVID. The rise for natural alternative has now come up so much that, but people really do not know which way to go. So people now read labels, because when you read labels, you understand what you're using. People are looking for how to reduce this synthetic fragrance. Like, I'm one person that's always shouting about natural, stop using whether antiperspirant or deodorant, artificial and normal deodorant. So antiperspirant, first of all, I mean, you should not even try that, because antiperspirant means anti-sweat. Now, sweat is your body's normal process to get rid of toxins. And this is why some breast cancers are tied to this. Research has shown that some breast cancer, because now you have your lymph nodes, that's your lymphatic system that helps, which is also a system of the body that drains toxins from your body, and it gets those toxins out from sweat, especially under your armpits and all. So when you start using antiperspirant, you are blocking that sweat. So before you know it, the lymph nodes are full and they don't have where to discharge their waste to. And then this, at the end of the day, causes things like cancer and other obstruction in your body, because you are storing up toxins, and you are obstructing the flow. So antiperspirant is a no-no. I beg. If there's anybody still using antiperspirant here, I beg you, stop it today. It's a no-no. It's not healthy for you. Now, other normal deodorants that we use, a lot of them contains aluminium and all these hormone-disrupting chemicals that we talk about. Now, people are now beginning, for me personally, I don't use those things. I use natural, either the ones I make myself. I make natural deodorants for myself. Or in case I don't have, there are some few companies in the US, none in Nigeria, funny enough, that does natural deodorants. If I don't have, maybe for some reason I'm somewhere, I can. So, but you can't catch me using all these other things, because if you really want to stay healthy, you have to be responsible for your body. Simple and short. So, and this is where essential oils come in. We need to work towards a safer future for yourself, for your family, and for even the whole nation, because the healthier nation, the better. The healthier, all these complaints we're saying, oh, our leaders are sometimes is unhealthy. The brain is unhealthy. That's why they are not even thinking. I mean, that's why some people are not thinking right. You'll be surprised. A child that is in school, that the parents is complaining, doesn't know, is not knowing his book, sometimes is health issues. It's not the child that doesn't want to know. Sometimes it's nutrient deficiency. Sometimes it's just the limbic or the brain system is just not in the right place. And these simple things like essential oils can help. And so these days we're not having a global shift from chemicals to natural. 95%, there was 95% reports increase in interest in natural immune supporting products post-COVID, particularly plant-based solution like essential oils. You remember what happened in COVID? So COVID was like an eye-opener to many people. And since COVID, people are now looking for more. Even WHO now is now supporting natural alternatives one way or the other, even if it's not directly or fully, but one way at least. So I mean, this is really the time for people to start looking for. If you are really somebody who likes to be a game changer or a pace setter, it's now time for you to start looking for alternatives to chemicals, because we are in that time of the world where a lot of people are looking for it, but they don't even know where to go to. Like, I was talking to some people before we started, and they were like, they've not heard. She said she had not heard of essential oils before. So you can imagine how many other people have not heard of it. So there's a rising demand for chemicals, and to move from chemicals to natural alternatives. So let's even talk, what is this essential oil? So essential oil really is nothing new. It's not like a new fad, like they will say, okay, eat this today. No. Essential oils are things that have existed long before, in fact, since creation. Bible talks about essential oils. In the Bible, we had frankincense. Frankincense is an essence, which was a gift given to Jesus. Frankincense is one of the oils that God gave instruction to put in the anointing oil. We have cassia. We have a lot of oils that we talked about in the Bible. Now, when we talk about the ancient Egyptian, they used essential oils for mummification, when they keep their dead body to not decay, for medicine, for religious ceremony. In fact, frankincense was found in the king's tomb. Archaeology found there was one of their pharaohs, King Tutu or something, tomb. They found the jars of essential oils in the tomb. And you know, those days they do those things, they put things, especially for their kings, because they believe that in the next world, the king will need those things. And so essential oils are part of the thing. So if it wasn't relevant for them then, they won't be putting it for him to need it in the next world. And in ancient India too. So Ayurvedic medicine incorporated essential oils for healing, for meditation and spiritual practice. Since then, since 2000 BC, you know, ancient China also used it in acupuncture, massage, traditional Chinese medicine for balance and longevity. Greece, which is even more modern, more recent, we had Hippocrates, the father of medicine, documented over 300 plants with medicinal properties, including many essential oils. You know, the Chinese Material Medical too documented essential oils, 5,000 before Christ. You know, so this thing had existed. So now we also have scientific validation of some of these olden days practice. We now have modern research confirming what ancients knew. Essential oils shows antimicrobial research is now confirming that they have antimicrobial properties, they have anti-inflammatory properties, they have mood enhancing properties from laboratory studies. And that's because of their complex chemical profile that interacts with the body system naturally. Do you get what I'm saying? So naturally, it's different from the chemical that the body is attacking. Because this is also, remember, it's also made from plants, which is also from earth. You know. So, and then of course, in modern medicine now, I know that even in hospitals for stress reduction, they use essential oils like lavender, chamomile. Even in the hospital, I know some hospitals in Germany, in US, they actually diffuse lavender in their babies' nursery, in their nurseries where they keep children to calm the children down. You know, so they are used for nausea management, sleep improvement, integrative medicine practice, incorporating oils as complementary therapies alongside conventional treatment. All of these are already happening in modern medical uses. So some of these evidence-based backing or benefits of essentials, let me just give a few. So we have evidence showing that essential oil supports immune system. For example, research says tea tree oil has them. For me, before I even read this research, during COVID, actually, tea tree oil was my, what do you call it, sanitizer. I was more effective than those sanitizers. I remember that during that period, sanitizers were even scarce. So, but for me, my household, to clean everywhere, tea tree oil was what we use. And now research also says that demonstrated antimicrobial properties used effectively as a hand sanitizer alternative during COVID-19. Study shows efficacy against bacteria and certain viruses. That is tea tree oil. You know, and we have, most times, even in medical or the conventional treatment, there's really no treatment for viruses. But you have tea tree oil, of course, even research shows for even fungal infection. Well known for fungal infection. So you have antimicrobial properties. We have, of course, respiratory health. Evidences backing shows that eucalyptus, peppermint oil contains compounds that help clear congestions, reduce inflammation in the airway, and ease breathing difficulties in case of allergies and mild asthma. These are things that research has validated. That's the health benefits of some of these oils, like we said. We can't mention them. I'm just giving a few. Hormonal balances, we have clary sage, lavender oil that has been shown potential in balancing hormones, reducing the stress cortisol levels, which is a major hormone that obstructs the hormones most times, and easing menstrual discomfort in clinical applications. So not just animal studies now, we are talking about clinical applications. That confirms even more. That's a further study. So I'm paying and all of these things I'm saying are things that I use for this same thing. So apart from science backing it up, me too are backing it up for my own use, both personal and in my clinic. So we have pain management and skin healing. Of course, multiple studies confirm anti-inflammatory properties. Of course, pain is inflammation most times. So we have frankincense. Studies showing that frankincense has strong anti-inflammatory properties. We have Sorry. Okay. So we have frankincense, rosemary, and lavender oils confirm anti-inflammatory properties, demonstrating efficacy for pain relief and enhanced wound healing. So, of course, lavender. It's just that we don't have time. I would tell a lot of stories, but no time. So let's just be jumping. So just because of time, I'll just jump to. I'll just give you like we have a lot of essential oils. Now, briefly, essential oils are not carrier oils. Essential oils are strong aromatic oils. They are very strong. So, in fact, it is said to be the most powerful form of herbal medicine, actually. They are concentrated. So that's why you see them in small bottles and there are conditions around it. So I'll just talk about 5 essential oils because you have a lot of essential oils. But 5 essential oils that I believe that every home should have. As in, those should be like your first aid box. Number 1 is peppermint oil. Peppermint oil is good to relieve headache. So you have people who have headache frequently. And before you know it, they will go and be using paracetamol. Paracetamol is well known and said to damage your kidney. You know, along with all those other, the one my dad was using was a painkiller. So paracetamol is for kidney. The other one, yeah, the others to kidney, liver. You are even straining your liver. So for something that is just a sign, your body is just telling you that maybe you need stress. I mean, you need rest, or you are dehydrated. You know, and just using peppermint oil. You know, just funny enough, just few drops and just massage it on your temple, on your forehead, at the back of your neck, and just a little bit inhale. In like 5 minutes, you will find relief for that headache. I mean, that headache will go. So you can then, instead of jumping to the painkillers, then you can give your body what, because that headache is just your body talking to you that you need to pay attention to something. Then pay attention, do what it's saying, and then or rest or drink water, and you'll be fine. So peppermint is also known for digestion. So people who eat and have bloating or different kind of situation. And you know the best part, it's not until you even take it because it's too strong. I don't even recommend people who are not experts to even take in essential oil. Just by massaging your stomach or your stomach area. You will find almost an immediate relief from digestive issues, heartburn, bloating, just few drops. So you can dilute it, then boost your energy. So energy and focus. Like I have this beautiful fan I got from one of my sisters, and it has this. Of course, there's a diffuser. Normally, you should have diffusers. This thing that is serving like a diffuse. So for me to be having this conversation with you, I'm diffusing that. Some essential oils, and one of the essential oil in it is peppermint. Why? Because it gives that energy boost, and it also helps to focus. So normally, as one who really works with a lot of essential oils, I have what I call energy blends. Sometimes I want to work, maybe there's a lot of distractions around me and I need to focus, I have energy blends. I wake up and I'm feeling maybe a little bit, maybe because I didn't sleep well. I use it. Oils like peppermint will give you a quick boost, a quick energy, instead of relying on things like coffee and all of that. So let's just move on. Frankincense is referred to as the king of oils, It's very good for stress relief. And, like I said, it's just that we don't have enough time. If I start breaking down some of these things to you, what stress is doing to your body that you don't know. So these are things that you must work on stress. And frankincense is a stress reliever. It helps relieve stress. It helps relaxation. It supports skin. So a lot of people were telling me they're here for skin issues. Frankincense is good for anti-aging. It helps with all those cellulites, It's just very excellent for skincare. In my own skincare, there's frankincense. I don't play with it. So, of course, frankincense is also used for spiritual practices like meditation because it helps focus and grounding, Then eucalyptus, anything respiratory issues, asthma related, mild asthma, clear congestions, and it's good for steaming. So all you have to do is just a few drops in your water and inhale, and then it gives you almost a a quick relief. The same thing with it freshens the hair. So like the air, so I was talking about some of the houses that we have these days, not well ventilated. Some of them are polluted. One of the ways to keep your air clean, for especially for those who have allergies, that before you know they are sneezing, before you know they have running nose, is because either the environment is moldy, contains mold without knowing. This is another thing you can see with your eyes sometimes. Or the air is polluted. Oils like eucalyptus will help you clear your air. Lemon will do the same. Tea tree will do the same thing. So I'm just talking about a few oils today. That's why. Then we have rosemary. Rosemary. So I see a lot of people telling you what to do about creating hair products. And they will take the rosemary herb, they'll be infusing it in coconut oil or these other oils. The best form to get that value from rosemary is in your essential oils. There are two different things. When you infuse oils, it's not essential oils. There's a lot. So, but one of the easiest ways to actually get your hair grow back or go is by massaging your hair with rosemary essential oil. It's very good. And that's because it has this ability to improve circulation. It improves circulation. So rosemary is good for that. It's good for cognitive health. So brain focus. You have a child that is maybe always distracted or not very intelligent, or you feel like the child is not intelligent, not that, or even you yourself, you want to study, your mind is here. Rosemary is there for you. It's one of the things that can help you. It's well known for cognitive health. And then we have lemongrass. Lemongrass is popular for anti-fever, mosquito repellent. I use lemongrass to bring down fever. So most times we have people, especially, I'm always talking about children, because at this their age is the time that you are building their immune system. How you treat your children now determine how they grow into strong or weak adults. And so most times I talk a lot about parents giving attention to what they do to their children. Now, a lot of times you have some children running fever, mild fever. Before you know it, you're already running to the pharmacy, giving them ibuprofen, giving them paracetamol, giving antibiotics, malaria meds. I beg, wetin happen? In my house, I can't remember the last time. I have a 5-year-old daughter. I have 15, and we don't do hospital. Not that we don't have some of these symptoms, but there's no really reason to go to the hospital, because before you see the slightest sign of cold, because that's how children grow their immune system. So you shouldn't even be afraid. When you give vaccines, most times vaccines too is that they're introducing those viruses into your body. So those viruses need to get into the body so that the body can fight it also and recognize it and keep a memory of it. That's what vaccine does, so that when that virus comes again, the body can fight it. But when you now go and start giving this ibuprofen, paracetamol, antibiotics, you are telling that child's immune system to stop working. Let these medicines work. And these medicines come and knock down your whole system. So they don't even give the child the opportunity to grow his immune system. So, and then of course, that child will continue to have that cold frequently, So you want to be mindful of what you do, what you give them. So one of the things that can help, depending on the age, that I use, what's his name? Lemongrass for, is to bring down fever. Is to bring down fever naturally. Peppermint oil also does that. And lemongrass is also good for joint pain and different kind of inflammation. So let me just jump. So of course, I've talked about all of these things. Peppermint is a cooling powerhouse. Digestion and nausea, boosting this. I'm trying to do so that we can have period to also answer questions. I don't want to do more than maximum 1 hour in this case today. So we've talked about eucalyptus. And then let me just give you some simple recipes, you can start with. So for sleep, we have a lot of people who have sleeping issues. Lavender essential oil is popular for sleep. So you can just take a blend of, you can make take your lavender, orange oil. These are oils that actually help relax. That's orange. I call it my happy oil. Geranium, these 3 oils together, mix them, put them in your dilute it, or put some drops in your pillow before you dilute. I have a portion that is not diluted. This is what I do. Put some drops on your pillow and just let your inhale. If you have a diffuser, diffuse it. and then you just have the restful sleep. Of course, you can also, when you mix it in your carrier oil, then massage, rub, especially under your feet. So we have a lot of nerve ending under your feet. Just by even rubbing under your feet, you'll be surprised that it will bring a lot of relaxation for you. So these are some of the ways you can use. You can also put it on your wrists, your temples, behind your ear before bedtime, and breathe deeply to promote relaxation and quality sleep. Then we have surface cleaners, natural surface cleaners, because like I said, these are the ways that chemicals come into our body through our cleaning things. So one of the things you can use generally to clean your surfaces and different is just take a cup of water, half cup of white vinegar, lemon essential oil. Lemon essential is very good. You can even put it in your dishwashers, your dishwashers, and then you use this same eucalyptus. They have this antimicrobial properties, so you are getting a good clean. So you can just shake all of that in a spray bottle, use over your counters, your sink, and other hard surface for natural disinfecting and fresh scent. So you are getting two things, or if not more than two. You are getting the freshness, the very nice aroma, and then you're also disinfecting your surfaces, which ordinarily some of those things you use will not give to you. Then we have my energy focus, like I said. My energy blend, I have my peppermint, I have my rosemary, I have my frankincense, and then I can put a little bit of orange. Mix it together, put it in your diffuser, and diffuse. If you don't have a diffuser, just what I do sometimes when I'm somewhere, I just put a drop in my handkerchief or something and just put that handkerchief close to me. Because they are aromatic oil, they travel fast. So you inhale, and just by it works with your nervous system, it works with your limbic system, so through your brain, it really delivers. You'll be surprised about some of these things. You, of course, as we are going, since you are getting educated about it, you try it yourself, and then you come back and give me some feedback. Which, of course, before we end this, I'll share some of the feedbacks I have with some previous students. I just hope we have enough time to do that. So mosquito spray, instead of using that all those insecticide that inhale causes issues in your blood, you can just use your water, lemongrass essential oil, like I said, eucalyptus oil, just shake it, and lavender peppermint, just shake it and spray around. Or even if you don't mix it with water, just dilute it, rub it on your body. Like even if you go to a place where there's mosquito, where you have mosquitoes or insects and you want to keep them away, just dilute that. Dilute with carrier oils and rub your body. You'll be surprised that mosquitoes will not come near you. So, and you can prevent malaria. So it's not every time that something will happen, you say you have malaria. So, before I continue, I don't know, just before we now move into the next stage, I think it's a very good time to just share some of those testimonials so that you can now know that I'm not just telling stories, but real life, real people are having this. So do we have Imade on the watch to share the testimonies with us?
Okay, Ma, let me share my screen.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I hope everybody can see my screen.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Where she's wearing wine color.
Yes.
Wine color shirt.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
One of my previous students. So now, what I would like to know is, how did you get to know about this training that you attended?
The internet.
Okay.
Today, you don't need to use a phone just to make calls. Use a phone to benefit you. I saw the training in the internet. And I told myself, I will lose nothing if I try it.
Okay, thank you, Ma. So how was the program like? And how was the learning experience?
The program, you need to pay attention to learn. And then discover more things for myself. And that's how I started enjoying the oil. And I am a practical student because not too long I had a severe sprain. Serious sprain. And I didn't use any, I didn't go to the hospital except to get the x-ray. I use the essential oil all through. And I'm perfect. I can wear my shoes now.
What have you done with the knowledge gained from the program?
Hey, no, I make money, of course. Not just treating myself. I make money. Let me shock you. Someone came to me and said she took the doctor somewhere to make her hair. And before they knew it, they saw lice. She was panicking. What will she do? I said, relax, just take it easy. Do you have my soap? She said, yes. I said, fine. Wash the hair with the soap. You have my essential oil. Apply it. There's no news again. I've had lice. Everything has been taken care of.
That's so true. That's so true. That's part of the things that we do. Yes,
yes,
so
it's practical. And this thing happened last week. It was, I think, on Thursday. And I was with them yesterday. Everything is fine.
Final question to you is, what's your advice to persons that are thinking whether they should register or they should not register for this program? Final question.
You know, sometimes sitting on the fence is natural. But I'll tell them to cross to the other side. Because if you remain in your comfort zone, you will never get knowledge. You will never be skilled. Go out and be a little uncomfortable.
Okay, so let me move to Mr. Taiwo's review.
And your learning experience during the program.
Like the last speaker said, you know, I think I wrap up my own class in 2 weeks. You know, as you were teaching, when I watch, I go to Google, I go to ChatGPT, and I began to research. And I said, oh, really? This is what you are talking about. So in 2 weeks, I think I was able to cover your syllabus.
What have you done with the knowledge gained from the program?
Well, I had ED that almost break me down. I changed my exercises, changed my my diet, and I went natural. So that was one of the things that caught my attention to register. I was having cramps on my left hand side head. So, but when you told us about lavender and this oil, this rosemary, so I decided to get to. Yes, I know about carrier oils. I have gallons of oil. Began to apply it on my forehead. So like you taught us, at times I put some on my pillow. I said I was not going to disturb you until I saw the effect, the impact on me. So when I saw that this thing worked, well, now reach out. And after that, I also sold to a friend who is a scientist and a researcher. And I was surprised that he said he came back, he said he used it to treat stroke of an emergency that they brought 2 days after he bought peppermint oil. He applied, he mixed it up with PKO, palm kernel oil. After massaging, so he was surprised that the guy became normal. So he was like, he wants to buy more. He just came to my house and he began to. So that's the second testimony that I said I was going to share.
So what's your advice for those who are thinking whether they should take it or they shouldn't take it?
People should please enroll for this thing. Oh, thank you. I want to say thank you for using me to it, because virtually, except toothpaste that we don't produce in our house now.
Okay, so that was just a few, you know, there are quite a lot of them, but because of time, I just decided to share. So I'll just, we have people who struggled with vaginal infection, itching, and essential oils to take care of that. So many children with allergies, asthma, and all of those things, oils to take care of it. So some of these basic things that daily you go and be using something else, just help yourself and help people around you. Now, so apart from people using, you heard 2 of them, funny enough, like they now do business in essential. Madam Mary is in Calabar. Yes, she's in Calabar. She sells, I mean, she orders essential oils from us. She sells in Calabar, and she's one person that keeps coming back. So essential oil is something that your clients, it will always bring back customers. And there is a good, I mean, there's high demand for essential oil. In Nigeria, it's not even exploited yet. That's the funny thing. Here in Nigeria, we're not even exploited. And guess what? Like when I tell people, even our fellow brothers abroad, sisters abroad, they don't even know about these things. They don't even, and these are things that you can educate, you can even profess solutions to them. So now, like I said, the reason why I'm doing this is just because I know that a lot of people we need to do this more. More people need to hear about this. Why? Because there's really these alarming situations going out now, these health issues, or even presently already, we are already hearing of some other viruses that are rising up somewhere. I mean, I think it's just the perfect time to begin to know ways to protect ourselves, ways to prevent diseases, ways to, even if anything shows up, you know. And that's why I decided that it's better we spread it and we have more ambassadors. It's not just only me. At least if I can see like Mr. Taiwo now and this Madam Mary, I'm hearing their own testimony. I mean, I'm happy that they are not just helping them. Imagine somebody with stroke and they were able to, that thing, we even have to just like shorten it. It was like a 3-day stroke or something, that the person was already, couldn't speak or something, was already bent, or, you know. So that's why I decided, because we cannot have, I can't tell, like all these ones are now students, they were students in my training. I can't have all of this, everything about essential oils. There are a lot of things about essential oils that we cannot have in this short period. And I just know that a lot of us here came here not just because I just saw it, but there was something that drove you into this platform. There was something that drove you, and that had to do with your interest in health or in skin in one way or the other, because you just wanted to know more than you know presently now. So I started this program, this training, to now enlighten people more about essential oils, and so that they can get a lot of benefit. And who are those people? Who is this opportunity for? If you are a healthcare professionals, presently you're already into health, maybe into herbal medicine or nurse, like Madam Mary is a nurse. She's actually a professor in the University of Calabar, but she's also a nurse. So, and this is what she now adds essential oils to her practice right now, and she's getting good results. So if you are healthcare professionals, like we have some students, even new set of students that are already into herbal medicine, blah, blah, blah. They now add, because essential oils can come in very well as a good complementary medicine. Now, of course, parents, you all heard me also, this opportunity is also for parents. You heard me talking more about children, you know, how to actually save and keep your children's immune system, strengthen your children's immune system, instead of knocking them down by introducing all this, by making them chemical free and giving them this alternative. Of course, income seekers, for those who are looking for the next source of income. Essential oil is, you know, people will always come for health. Health is a place, I used to tell people, especially this space, this natural, AI cannot take that market. AI cannot collect, it can't take that job from you once you equip yourself. So it's an opportunity for people who are looking for income that is going to be lasting, a lasting income. And then there's also good opportunities for me. So we also have it for wellness lovers. Yeah, people who just love health. I mean, people who just want to like surround yourself with good, healthy things, an opportunity to know. So it's not just that you know what you love. You have more information. It's a good opportunity also for entrepreneurs seeking businesses that are, you know, growing, demanding repeated customers and minimal risk. Essential oil space it is. And of course, generally, Nigerian change makers, those I'm even looking for. People who are ready to lead people into natural wellness solutions, into natural wellness revolution. Teach people, show people where to go. I mean, how to transition from chemical to, I mean, it's broad. A lot of things you can do with the knowledge and the opportunity that will come in from there. So in this training, let me just give you some brief information of some of the things you'll get in. So you have essential oil, at least over 20 or 40 different, we'll talk about over 40 different essential oils, their properties, validated source, research backed up benefits, what they do. You learn their chemical constituency, their safety profile. So the mistake people do, some people that use essential oil right now, they don't know about the safety. They don't know that there's so many information. For example, you go, like there was a time I couldn't even tell this. When 2020, when COVID happened and we couldn't import oils anymore, after staying for some time, I tried to I heard that they were selling oils in Ojota. And then I decided to go to Ojota to try to get essential oils. My sister, my brother. Well, what I saw, till today, I'm still shocked. What they were selling as essential oil wasn't essential oil. So essential oils has specific containers that you have to put them in. So once you see it contrary, for example, they were selling to me in a plastic transparent bottle. It's calling it rosemary. The rosemary did not even have any aroma. So it was a disaster. So we have a lot of, and then funny enough, after that period, I'll meet people, they say they did skincare, something, that they were using lavender. I said, okay, show me the lavender oil you use. When they show me what they are using, I'll be like, wow, are you for real? Okay, this is placebo. This is probably placebo, if you know. So a lot of people don't even know what essential oil is, what it should be put in, the safety around it. So because of that, you don't get to get the benefits of essential oil. So in this training, I'll be teaching you, I mean, you'll be learning all of that. You understand how to source it quality assessment and storage, So apart from that, like in natural health medicine, you don't address symptoms. You look at body systems. Where is it something springing up from? So in this training, we'll talk about 11 body systems. The diseases that affects them, how essential oils can be used to improve or to help with those diseases, and a whole lot of benefit things. And, of course, you will also be having essential oil blends that you can use for those conditions. Then, of course, we now have different application techniques. We have aromatherapy, you have reflexology that's under your feet. I was telling you to rub, or, you could target eye issue or your nose from under your feet. Same thing you can do with your hand, but reflexology is under your feet. So in this course, we'll talk about this. Someone will train you, we'll teach you about reflexology, how to target the different parts of your body, organs from your feet by just applying oils and some pressure in those areas, and then you get relief. So massage, inhalation, diffusion, and topical protocols of essential. These are things that you will get. Product formulation, of course, how to do your blends for health, for respiratory, for joints, for natural deodorant, for perfume self. Like personally, I use essential oils as my perfume. And everywhere I get to, people ask me, what are you using? And I'm always so proud to say, I made it. It's my own product. And of course, you get to join many other people who are already on the platform with us, questioning, and then I'm working hand in hand with you to whatever, at any stage you are, practicing it for yourself. When you want to launch businesses, presently we have businesses we are launching both in the UK, in US, in Nigeria, just from this training, because we have students from all over and they are learning and applying it in their businesses. So now, when I took this course, I took it in 2017. As at that time, I paid almost $700. And because of that, there was a time somebody came to my wife and said, hey, if it's true that I paid that amount, I should show them. In fact, first of all, the person said, show me your if it's true that you're a certified essential oil coach, show me your certificates. I said, okay, don't worry, I sent it to her. So because of that, sometimes when I have these webinars, I like to show it so that you will know that this person is not just coming to come and tell you a story. I'm actually doing you. I'm just doing you. This is like a calling for me. I don't want to say I'm doing you a favor, but this is like a calling. So I'm giving out opportunities for people to actually learn, improve, So because of that, I just want to quickly share my receipts when I took this course. Where's the receipt? Okay, yes. Let's see like this. Share screen. So when I bought this course, okay, good. Can you see my screen? Okay, no, this is not. This is okay. So this was 2017, June 2021. I paid for this essential oil coach with the Essential Oil Institute. Started, how much you say? In fact, I paid about $700 because, of course, transferring money and all of that for this course then. And here was the certificate that I got for those who doubt it. And so this certificate was certified by American Association of Drug Practitioners. And so it's loaded. But guess what? Since 2017, of course, I was using this thing for myself. Not that I did it for business, but now because I have grown so much and I can't meet up with demand. And then I also, because of what I'm seeing now, I now also realize that people we need more of me to help people prevent. Because sometimes when you hear conditions that people are, it looks like it's tough. But the truth is that these things are self-inflicted. Imagine, okay, my dad died from something that oil would have just saved him from. He was using a painkiller. It's as simple as that. You might have a family member that does not know what to do and is just maybe using medicine, or somebody that's just using antiperspirant. For example, you think it's simple, But every day is using antiperspirant. You don't know the damage that person is causing to. So if you have people that are just even telling people or helping people with the damage self. So that's why I decided to just throw this course open. I did it, like I said, I paid this in, but I decided to just, okay, let's just have it because I need more people to be able, I cannot tell you to come and pay $700. I know that, of course, I paid it and I know many other people will pay it. Some of you here said can pay it, but of course, I'm not doing this just because, of course, money is good, but I want as many people to do it. So definitely, I'm not. The last time I did this course, it was the original price, the first, or what I was charging this course, the normal price, let me just say the normal price is 33,500. But when my mind will not allow me to, I still decided, okay, let me, for everyone that is on this night's webinar, between now and Saturday, because these classes already have started, we've even had our first. So what we do is you have your platform where you go and, once you purchase the course, you have access to your notes. It's a 4-week, you have opportunity to read it in 4 weeks, but it's a lifetime. You can always have access to your note, to the platform. So you can always, self-paced, can be self-paced. But just because I want to be done and move on, and I want to do so, I also have 4 weeks, sometimes not necessarily, sometimes 2 weeks, sometimes 4, depending on how serious those students are. Funny enough. But what I do is I have live sessions. So when I took all of these courses, there was no live session. Just go and read your thing at your self-paced, whatever. But because of my own, how much I want people to really get it, I will still dedicate my time to talk and have these conversations with you. So you go on a platform, you read, then weekly, once in a week, precisely on Saturdays, we have live sessions. We discuss the week's notes. We discuss the opportunities that are there. We answer questions. And so between now, we already had one live session. Of course, the recordings are always. By Saturday, this coming Saturday, we have our second live session. So I want to give the opportunity to those who want to join this training, those who know that it's time to move forward, they want to do more on these things, they want to do, for different reasons. Some people say they want to do it for skincare. You see, when you enter there, you will use it with skincare. You will learn so much that that skincare, you jump into it and do many other things with it. So I'm giving this opportunity for those who want to do really as ready and want to take opportunity in this program now. Between now and Friday, the webinar is on Friday and on Saturday. So between now and Friday, first people who are ready to pay will pay 25,000. After that, the price will go to 33,500. So if you know that you are really interested in learning more about essential oils, you have the opportunity now. Don't miss it. This is an opportunity. And you see this thing that I'm doing at this price after something, because like you saw it, even now, okay, I was going to share, before I stopped sharing my screen, I wanted to show you something, because before I came out with this program, I did some research to even see, okay, so how much is it cost what right now? Now, for courses I found, for ordinarily in Nigeria, nobody's really doing any course like this. Now, but the courses I found that are just teaching aromatherapy. What I'm teaching is not aromatherapy. Only aromatherapy is $700 entry level, which is equivalent to about 1,050,000. Now, advanced aromatherapy, $1,400. Calculated, that's about 2,100,000 naira. Then when they now say this master certification, 2,200 professional level. And then I saw a lot of them that even divided all these things I put together. They now divided it into bit and bit, and they are taking like $700 per session, per bit. But for me, it's not about that. It's about people getting the knowledge. And so I'm not even looking for, honestly, I'm not even looking for people who just, okay, let's just pay. I need people who actually pay for the course, read it, immediately start using it for themselves. I'm coming and confirming that these things work as we have said, and then apply to their family, even start a business. I need people who will say, okay, I want to start manufacturing my own, I want to start producing my own essential oils. Those kind of conversations, those are the kind of people I need in the class. So it's not about your money. In fact, if you are not going to be serious, don't pay. If you are not going to be serious, I repeat it, don't pay. So, but if you know you are ready, take the chance now, between now and Saturday, and pay for this program. And then you will thank me for the rest of your life, like many of them are already doing right now. You had Mr. Taiwo thanking me. So it's guaranteed. this comprehensive program will ensure you have everything you need to build your essential oil wellness business with confidence. I mean, it's a whole lot. I would also put in the group the brochure so that you can grasp even more what you will get in this training. So let me just stop talking now and open the floor. The world actually needs people who guide others from chemical to natural. Honestly, we're at that point right now. So you don't just learn, you are not just learning oil, you are gaining skills to impact health and wealth, funny enough. So you have the opportunity now, take the chance now and don't miss it. Don't say, I wish I did then. Now, let me just throw the floor open for questions. I can see some hands already raised. So are there any questions? Yeah, there will be certificates, of course. We'll have certificates given. Let me see if there are questions in the How much is the class? 25,000 between now and if you are paying between now and Friday 11:59. And because I want you to join this batch that was not second, this batch now. After this particular webinar and training, I'm not doing anyone until this batch is over and we are something else. So this opportunity is not very open. Take now. I may not do this. We may not have this essential oil training again for some time. So if you are really interested, somebody says essential oil. Well, expensive is relative. I mean, what do I call it? Is relative, depending on what you call expensive. In your health, what you have to sit is your own health. The expensive, the hospital bills you will pay after when you have health conditions, you will then compare it with expensive. So expensive is relative as far as I'm concerned. So anybody that has question, you can unmute and ask a question. Let's do like another 5 minutes. Then any other question we can answer on the platform. I mean, you can ask your question on the platform too. And what I will send the course online. Yes. Good evening.
Good evening.
Go ahead.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Can you hear me, ma?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
I really appreciate. I think this training is for me. It's really for me because I've been so much in love with natural and especially essential oil, and I've been using essential oil because I'm a formulator. I'm a formulator.
Oh wow, nice.
Trained by Formula Botanica.
Yeah, I know that.
And I've been introducing people to natural, organic. You understand?
Yeah.
So
yes.
I am so happy that this training is coming up, and that's why I'm asking you give me the details because I want to pay immediately. I want to know more about essential oils. And funny enough, for my spouse that always have pain, I always tell him go and get peppermint and eucalyptus oil for your pain.
Yeah.
I'm so much in love with it. Thank you so much, Madam Ijoma. Thank you very much for bringing this to Nigeria. And I will follow you to the core. I'm telling you, I'm following you your bottom, seriously. So
thank you. Don't worry, you have me. I'm with you.
For physical, whenever you are in Nigeria and you are having a physical training or not, that I will be in attendance. So please, thank you so much and help us so much so that we can maybe the video, the audio, and all the materials.
Don't worry.
We'll
have the webinar online. I mean, on YouTube. Once you join the class, you always have access to me. That's part of the advantage you have when you join the class. So you can always reach out to me. I mean, once I'm free, I respond. And then you have your notes. Normally, so let me also say that these are not courses that are video, like all those things you go and what they say, okay, when you do this, you didn't know. These are for serious-minded people. This hunger will make you to want to read because the things you will discover. So when you now have questions, you reach out to me because
I'm in the business already. I'm in the business already, so
exactly. So you would even understand. It will be very easy for you, exactly. So and those are the kind of people I'm looking for. I'm really looking for people who are really serious, who even because that was how I was hungry about these things that made me take all of these courses. I've taken courses in these natural health spaces. I just graduated from my master's about medicine in Unilag this year, herbal medicine. So You can imagine somebody doing herbal medicine masters in herbal medicine.
You know, when I saw your profile, I said, what? Please, your details, man,
Yeah.
your account details, man.
Thank you, ma'am. Happy to meet you too. So, any other question? Let's have
Yes,
others.
I'm happy.
Okay, I see
No,
Miracle
okay.
written.
For me,
Miracle, you have the floor.
Good evening, ma.
Good evening. Good evening. I like your name, oh.
Thank you, ma. I'm a massage therapist, and
nice. Okay.
my mom has had arthritis for the past, let's say, 12 to 15 years.
Wow.
And recently, she came to visit me in Lagos, and I noticed that it kind of really got worse to the point where she has a bended knee now. So,
Yeah.
I've been trying to, use aromatherapy and some knowledge of essential oils I already know during the time I did massage training to kind of work on it. But I won't say there's no results, because at least she's able to sleep without waking up in the middle of the night to complain. But I feel like maybe there's more I need to know or really figure out on how to, get that knee right, especially since it has been years. And, in those early times, she had to do painkillers and, tablets a lot, which I think you really, messed up with the healing process.
It will cause more
Even
problems, yes.
yes. So
Yeah.
though recently she do herbal and leave just drinking roots and all that, but I want to figure out how to use the oil, the essential oil aspects to help her from outside.
Okay. Don't
Yes.
worry. I mean, essential oils are, well, like I told you, I used for the pain management of arthritis for my mom. But arthritis, especially when it has gone for long, you need, of course, she says she's presently doing some herbs too. So it's going to be in complementary.
Okay.
And she's how old?
She's in her late 50s now.
And she's still young. So okay, so we would have more conversations with time. I'll explain certain things. We'll look at it, but essential oils can seriously help her with pain management. It can help her with sleep. Like, pain can make you not to sleep.
Yes.
Pain can increase your blood pressure.
Okay.
All those things, you can actually use essential oils to manage, to prevent, so she can sleep well. It's a pain can. When we have conversation, I'll ask you what you are using and all of that. We'll talk more.
Okay, but can the knee still be straightened through massage?
So it depends. No, maybe not. Maybe, but not just massage. That's what I'm saying. Because she's in her 50s, I think there's still hope for her to do natural. Some natural things can help.
Okay.
So arthritis is actually degradation of your joint system, your cartilage and certain things. So you will have to find a way to build it back. So first of all, stop inflammation, because there's also inflammation going on there. So you have to stop whatever is the cause, and then begin to give your body things that will build it back.
Okay.
And then you use it will also help stop inflammation, for example. It will help, like some oils will also help even rejuvenate.
Okay.
So while you're also attacking internally too from inside to help build the body back. So it's a whole complex, and then that massage is still part of it, but you also need some other therapies that we'll talk about, like heat therapy, So, but when you come on,
no problem, ma. All right. Thank you, ma.
You're welcome. Okay. So time. Any other? Okay, I see Mrs. Akibode Esther. I think that will be our last one. The conversation should continue.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I can hear you. Go ahead.
Like someone who has a gunshot by the spinal cord.
Wow.
Don't will. What can essential oil help such people?
For the pain, does person experience pain?
Yes.
So what are the symptoms of the person? Just pain.
Always have spasm.
Spasm. Okay. Yes. Essential oils can help. We have oils that have anti-spasmodic properties. So it can help with that, some of these things. you know. So don't worry, when you are on the when you join the class, you would have
Yes, I
we'll have
know.
a lot of
I
conversations
know.
around it.
I tell you now, I will follow you, bomba to bomba.
Don't worry,
Hello,
I'm ready
ma'am.
for you. Yes, please.
Hello,
Go
good
ahead.
evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much for this exposure. I
Thank
really
you, ma'am.
bless God for your life. So, and I pray
Thank
that the God will continue to bless you and make you to soar high. While will the
Amen.
newcomers will also make use of it. Here is my question. I must say, first of all, let me say I'm a novice in the course of essential oil. Even though I know a
Okay.
little about health matter because I am also into natural health, which I'm still learning as a student in that aspect. But
It's
when
okay.
I come across your dixon on the Facebook, I said, wow, this will really buttress and really help me in the field that I am choosing. And by the grace of God, I just see it as an answer to prayer because in the next 3 years, I'll be leaving the service and I'll be believing God for what to settle on. So God led me
Yeah.
to that natural things. I said,
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe the message is for you that I am a slow learner. But once I get things done, in fact, I know I am good to go. So this is my
Don't worry
question, ma'am.
about it.
After this training, will there be an avenue for us where you connect us to the market or how to do it? Or is there any arrangement where we have a practical class of all these things you are teaching us? So that is
Well,
my question, because I want to
questions.
know how, not just, uh, I mean, the Bible says what you was doing at all is what doing well.
Yeah.
So,
There's no problem. So the thing about oil is for now is either you are buying them or you are making yours. So for starting, I always recommend that you buy and then you
yes,
make your
ma,
blend.
I think I've chatted about that today to ask that if one want to sell. And
Yes. So all of that you have answers information. I mean, we offer all of that for you. So to
then,
sell,
ma,
I
another
mean,
thing,
we do. Go ahead.
I have a baby in my house, just about 22 years old, and is constantly allergic. There was a time we took him to the hospital. When they carried out all the tests, they said there's nothing, but which always complaining about stomach pains. So one
How
of
many
my
months? I mean, how old is the baby?
22 is in final year in the university.
Oh, that's not a baby now.
That is why we call him baby of the house.
Okay. I was thinking baby. Okay.
So
I have a
I'm
couple
thinking,
of
what can
patients like that.
we do
Don't worry, it's
to
always
help
I have
him?
so is there. I mean, first of all, you want to know the allergens. You want to know what is causing allergy. But oils can easily help bring down those. I mean, those episodes of allergens and help to deal with those allergens
Kids
when they come.
normally complain about the throat dixie as if somebody is having cough. Each time that it starts with the throat. It's saying
Essential
that as
oils
if you
can
want
help.
to coming with throat.
Essential oils
Okay,
like
ma'am.
peppermint, eucalyptus, they are good for all these respiratory issues. Frankincense. So you can make a blend of those oils for him. And, but I
Okay.
mean, all these things are things we'll talk more about. Diaper rash, that one
Okay.
is yes, all you just need is oils like tea tree oil and take care
Okay.
of diaper rash. Okay, so I see last
All
person,
right.
Motolani,
Yes,
take the
thank
floor, and
you.
then I
Yeah.
think we call it a day for today.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. Once again, I'm Omotolani and I'm a registered nurse
Nice,
practicing in Nigeria, Ekiti State. And
nice.
this is 26, right? So I would say I've been in love with natural since 2020. Let me put it that way. And
Wow.
me working in the clinicals has actually fueled my curiosity. I'm a curious person and I love knowledge.
Yeah.
So when you were talking about how you came about naturals, I was relating
Mm.
everything because I see firsthand patients with cancer. I see how people die
Exactly.
from
Yeah.
side effects, and I see how chemical medicine can be powerless, very, very powerless
Exactly.
when it comes
Exactly.
to life-threatening diseases. And at the same time, also, I know the effect and the impact of those chemicals we use every day. People don't know that what is causing this life-threatening disease is because
Yeah.
everybody now uses chemicals, everybody now, our clothing, everything is just
Yeah.
based on chemicals, even
Exactly.
the food we eat. And
Yeah.
because I'm also a researcher, when we have just the wealthy that are having this cancerous disease, this terminal disease. But now everybody is having it. It's because everybody is not getting exposure to it, and it doesn't seem
Exactly.
to come
Exactly.
down. The rate doesn't seem to come down. So
It's
then I thought
rising.
that, okay,
Exactly.
what what is my contribution? What do I do? So then I started my journey on naturals. And naturals now became so wide that if you are not careful,
Yes.
because if you are not careful, you can get lost in herbalism and then
Oh
start
yeah.
tilting towards people that do all this mantra, all this
Ah.
witchcraft. Because they use it too. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I began learning and it has been an amazing journey. So
Mm.
for me, it has been an amazing journey for me because I had to start now mixing my medical knowledge with my natural knowledge. And there are many times when patients are
Yeah.
nice to me, I tell them what to do. For example, I
Yes.
had a woman that was crying. Her baby had jaundice, and she was crying, and she has been nice. She has been a nice bitch. I told her that okay, you
Yes.
know what? Just mix get good tomatoes and onion, slice it and soak it inside water, and drink it, and let the baby suck. And within the next 24
Mm.
hours, the bilirubin level
Drink
changed
it.
drastically. That till today we
Wow.
are still friends. And
Yeah.
now, when I saw the advert, I'm like, okay, I'm on for this. But now, here's the thing. For me now, I feel alone. I did not have any company of this. I've been carrying this burden alone. I don't know any other person that does this in my field or even
Mm.
physically. When I try to explore people physically, they are either they're already mixing one chemical to their cream, they're already mixing
Right.
one thing or the other, and they call it organic, and it's no more organic that way. So yeah,
Oh my
so
God.
at the point I'm like, this is not what I wanted. So I
Mm.
went to Udemy. I took courses on naturals, even on perfumery. There are also some perfume oils that came from natural oils, and I did all those courses. And I started experimenting all those things. I have them at home. But when I'm making those things, I make some mistakes in my formulation because I don't have the
Mm.
perfect measurements. The courses I
Yeah.
see are usually being taught by the whites, and those whites have their perfect measurements. And so I didn't see anybody to take me hands-on to progress in
Yeah.
that job. And because these ingredients can be very expensive for me, they can
Mm.
be very expensive. And once I make mistake in one, the whole batch,
Mm.
are spoiled, and I
Yeah.
wouldn't just want to continue. So I'm just looking for someone that can take me hand in hand. And I know that okay, if this is running a wire, I could go to this person, I could call this person could coach me once I have the resources. And that's just what I'm about. And I don't know if you are based in Nigeria. Sorry, I was also I was doing something else, so I didn't hear you all through while you were doing your introduction. So I didn't know
Mm.
how best I could connect with you. I don't know what your course entails for now, but I don't know if I'll be able to get your contact so that once I have the resources, I really love to be, one-on-one courses and one-on-one, consultations and all those kind of things. Because as a matter
Don't
of fact,
worry.
I even plan to take more diploma courses on it, right
Mm.
in
Don't
Nigeria.
even go
Browse
too far. You see, after this, don't even go after this particular essential oil training. My next trainings are going to be now on herbal medicines. And it's going to be in three parts because herbal medicine is very broad. So
yeah.
but I don't want to start talking about that now. This is essential oil training. But on this one, once you are on this training, you have access to me. So I'm also there. My number is there. You can always, even my number is even in that group where you are. You can always reach me with your question. I might not answer it because, of course, I'll be doing one thing or the other. But once I'm free, I reply. Once you're my student,
Sorry,
I've
the
saved your
network is
number.
bad. I'm not hearing you well, man.
Can you hear me?
It's breaking, but I think it's better now.
Is it better now? So I said, once you are a student of my institute, you already have access to me. And I work with you one-on-one too, as in I work with you as you go. So even after this training, I'll drop the course outline. So you will see what you are getting.
Okay.
Even before you enroll for the program, see what you are getting. I encourage everyone to look at the outline, see what you are getting. So if it's what you, like I said, I mean, perfumery, directly saying perfumery is not really what it is, but like I make my own perfumes from essential oils. And in this course, you have like how to blend, even for the aroma purpose, you have like base note, top notes, things. You also have that as part of the training. So there's a whole lot, but let me just let me drop the outline for you. You'll see. But wherever you are, I'm there to support. Like I'm already doing that with a whole lot of people. So you can be sure to have me. Once you're on our platform, you have me. So nothing to worry about. You won't be alone again.
Yeah, I hope so. Okay, please,
Yeah.
how much is the cost, ma? Sorry, I wasn't having
It's
full.
25,000 between now. If you're paying between now and Friday 11:59, 25,000. After then, it becomes 33,500.
Okay, ma. For how long is the course going to hold? For how long?
So it's self-paced. You can read, but I put them because I will be having sessions with you. Because I'll be having session like live sessions just for you. Because even the note is explanatory enough, but just to have conversations to encourage you to have your questions answered and all of that. So I have I put it together in 4 weeks. So I can have between 2 to 4 live sessions with you. So after that, after the 4th week, you are free. I'm free for that. I mean, your batch will be over. Then you can always refer back to your book. You always have access to your learning portals. And if you want to have your notes, like you don't want to always go back to the online tutor, you want to get it at a fee too, at a reduced fee. So
Okay, thank
there's
you,
a
ma.
lot of things. You're welcome. All right. I see a lot of hand though. Can we close? Okay, so I see let's one man answer. I see Mr. Kingsley Oyebuchi. Let's have a man talk. Please.
Hello, Sister Buki.
Good evening, sir. Good evening,
Yeah,
sir.
this is Reverend Kingsley from Owerri.
Oh, wow. Nice to meet you, sir.
Yes, well, we've met sometime in 2024. I'm even one of them on.
You said what? The line is breaking. Oh, is it from my end?
Also
I
your
can't hear
customer.
you.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yes, I said I participated in some of your program online sometime in 2024.
Oh, wow.
On your herbal products, and I requested for some of your products, which I used, and they are very, very effective on ulcer.
Oh, wow. Oh, so, okay. Thank you for that feedback.
Yes, I just want to thank you for the good work. So when I saw this, I said, let me join on essential oil and get more information about it.
More information. Yeah.
Good to be
glad
here.
You joined. Thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the feedback too. It always make us feel good when we get feedbacks like this. At least that we are doing something. I'm happy to hear from you, sir. Okay, can we go? I see I pray concept. Oh yeah, our last person. Akimbodi, you have talked with. Do you want to say something? We need to go. So let's have I pray concepts. I'm actually enjoying this. Good evening.
Yeah.
My name is actually Precious. I
Okay.
just want to ask a question. The question I want to ask is will you teach us on how to prepare the essential oil on our own?
How to what? Prepare.
Yes.
Yeah, so you will learn how to make how essential oils are made. It's made through some
Okay.
process. So of course it will require equipment and all of that. You would learn that in the training.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you too. Okay, so I believe we are free now. Well, every hand that is raised has spoken. So I want to thank all of you for everyone for being on the webinar and for listening to me. Thank you. Actually, that's a great, I mean, I don't take it for granted. I appreciate that. And so every information will be dropped on the group, the brochure, where to purchase the course or how to purchase. If you have any issues, just reach out to the admins and they will help you through the whole process. Don't just stop there. Just make sure you reach out to any of us admin in that group and we'll help you through the process. So thank you very much once again and have a good evening or good night to all of us and we wake up happy and healthy tomorrow. Bye-bye for now. Details will be shared in the WhatsApp group.
Details,
Thank you.
details.
It will be in the WhatsApp group, please. Thank you. Thank you. Imadi, I think you can end the